This is the 2023 Ford Bronco DR, and that stands for Desert Racer. What you're looking at here is a turnkey off-road truck built by Ford. They only built 50 of these for around $300,000 a piece, and they were designated as off-road use only. But they're incredibly cool trucks. In fact, they have more in common with Ford's Dakar Raptor T1R than they do with a standard street Bronco. And today I'm going to show you all of that. Now, the first and perhaps biggest shocking factor of these trucks has to be the powertrain. Obviously, we know that the regular street production Broncos are powered by EcoBoost 4-cylinder and 6-cylinder engines, while the DR is actually powered by a V8, something that folks have been asking for. What it is it's a naturally aspirated Coyote 5-liter V8 that in this configuration is very conservatively tuned for about 400 horsepower. That's the exact same sort of engine powertrain combo that you'll find in even Ford's Dakar Raptor T1R, which I think is just mind-blowing. From there, that engine is then paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission and of course is 4-wheel drive for traversing those desert landscapes. Things like that detuned powertrain help for making it more reliable, especially in long races like Baja or Dakar, which Ford regularly competes in to test things like the Raptor and even the Bronco. Now, moving on to some of the other aspects, we have to talk about the construction of the DR. Now, as you can see here, there's a lot going on. Are there some factory Bronco components? Yes, of course, but in terms of the tube chassis and roll cage, that of course has all been constructed from scratch and is specific to the DR. On top of that, to compensate for all of its newfound performance upgrades, you also get this very cool bespoke body kit that of course basically changes every single panel on the truck, from things like the fenders to the hood to even the rest of the wide body and the cool aero kit, all of which has functional purposes, which we'll talk about more in a moment. Starting up front here, some of the other cool things about the DR is that on this front Bronco badge, you have the R highlighted as a racing variant of the Bronco, which is pretty cool. This one also does have some slight modifications. I believe they were all delivered as a body in white, although you could get a Ford Performance livery if you wanted to on top. You got things like a skid plate, obviously, and this one has a suite of rigid lights, not just here in front, but also found on top. And then as we come around to the side of the vehicle, we can see more of the upgrades. One of the most important things in Ford's design of the Raptor period has always been the suspension, and that is the same case here. What you'll see is the Multimatic DSSV suspension system, which does have its external reservoirs as well, and then even that long travel suspension system. Perhaps even cooler is while you're oogling that suspension, if you take a look behind it, you can see the Multimatic plaque, which is actually found in the exhaust manifold of our Coyote V8, and that is just a really cool thing to look at. Now, suspension is important, but so are the right wheels and tires. In this case, it looks like we might have beadlock or bead grip wheels and tires, which look awesome. And these are 37-inch tires that were offered from Ford on the factory configuration for these trucks, just like something that you can get on some of the street trucks. On top of that, you'll find things like race latching, quick release hardware throughout it, so you could easily change things or swap things out if it got damaged while racing. Inside, you'll actually notice that the main framing of the interior is the standard factory Bronco dash, but then from there, it now features a cage with no windshield, and then you'll see a variety of additional race hardware, from things used for your navigation to even things as simple as the paddle shifters, your fire equipment, stuff like that that you all need for racing, in addition to your Recaro bucket seats to help hold this thing in place. The other cool part is as you look at the back section here, you're starting to see all of the functional systems here. Now, it is built like a proper race truck, and so a lot of things have been moved around. Things like the radiator are now found in the back, and so therefore you need cooling. You have these side vents located on both sides of the truck, which have tubes inside of them that actually relocate the air to various places throughout the trucks to cool things down from the transmission to other components of the drivetrain. But then up top, it can be kind of hard to see, there's actually a roof scoop, and that roof scoop helps to divert that air all the way through the back radiator, which also has some massive electric fans in back. As you take a look at the back, I do love the construction of this thing, because not only can you see again more of the top towers of our long travel suspension, but also our spare tires, something which is incredibly important for off-road, and just the overall locations for tools and other accessories that you have fitted on these trucks. From here, I imagine you could modify these yourself if you wanted to add Starlink and things like that to sort of share onboard telemetry, All of that is pretty straightforward, but I think it's unbelievable that Ford built something like this. We're so used to seeing factory-backed drag cars, which has been a popular thing for a while now, but a factory-backed race truck is unheard of, and it only makes sense to come from the folks who invented the Ford Raptor. With that, that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed it and could leave me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. Consider getting subscribed for more content like this in the future. And of course, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.